things that you said, cause I wish you didn't mean it. I'm under attack, running far, far away, and I'd rather keep my distance from you. You don't gotta lie to me to get through. Push and pull me off into the deep end. Let's pretend that nothing ever happened on that night. I shouldn't have spoke, cause you didn't feel the same way about me, and it's eating me alive.
Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Survival Let's Play. This is episode 2 now since I restarted the world after my old one got corrupted. And as you'll have just seen at the start, I decided to go ahead and kill the Ender Dragon before I started this episode. And that's just because I needed the elytra that I've got on my back now. So last in the other series that got corrupted, it took me about 8 months or so to get the elytra, and I just decided to go ahead and get it quicker in this episode. I've got it after I've only been on this world about 7 or 8 days, and I decided to go and kill the Ender Dragon, get the elytra, and it's just going to help me out a lot throughout the series. But as you'll see here, I've actually started working on a storage room. So I'm just going to quickly head over to these maps, and this is a map that was over there that I showed in the last episode of the full island before I really did any work on it at all. You can see my little house up in the corner. And then this is the updated map to now. So if you look at them side by side, the bubbles are in the way from the beacon effect a little bit. You'll see there's quite a lot of progress has been made. So first of all, I removed all of the trees, which is what most of the chests are from, all of the jungle wood. And then I've flattened out quite a bit of land. There's still a bit more to do over here, as you'll see there, and a bit more around this other side as well, over there. But I've flattened out most of it to the same level. I don't want all of it to be the same level, but I've got a few plans for all of this area, so I hope it'll look good eventually. But yeah, that's all of the work I've done. And then in the middle you'll see the big circle, which is going to be my base. So I wanted the base where the storage room is like the centre feature, or like the main focus point of the whole base. So this is what I've gone for here. You can exit or enter the storage room from any angle or any side. And then there's a beacon in the middle, which you'll get wherever you are on the base, you'll get the effect from the beacon. And I do want to have 5 beacons here, so I need another 4. But that's going to be a project for another day. And my plan is to dig all the way down to Bedrock at this base, and then I'm going to have a little level or a little floor every 10 blocks like this. There'll be an outer ring like this, and then there'll be 4 rooms on each floor, so 1 here, 1 on each side, so 1 over there and 1 over there. So that is the plan. I'm not really too sure how long that's going to take. I'm just going to kind of dig away at the floor off camera a few times between episodes, and hopefully before long we can get all of that done. There's one more thing I want to show you that I did in between episodes. I'll just show you this first quickly. So I've gone through quite a few pickaxes and shovels digging away at the floor. I've actually repaired some of them as well and then broke them again. And then if I just head over here to my storage, this is all of the stone that I've got just from mining away. And I've also got loads of dirt and grass blocks as well, just shulker boxes full, which I'm probably never going to use all this dirt. I might just throw most of it away. But yeah, it's just in shulker boxes for now to make easy storage. There's one more thing I want to show you before we get on to today's project, so I'm just going to fly over there quickly and I'll show you. So I'm just over here by the villages quickly because I've got a few new additions over here that I want to show you. So the first guy is just this feather falling guy. It's nothing special, but feather falling is quite useful. I was trying to get like sharpness or protection or something, but feather falling is the first useful trade that I got, so I kept him. And over here I've just got a few armourers. This guy is the one that gives me a chest plate and leggings. And this guy here gives me helmet and boots. So that's all 4 pieces of armour right there. The other 3 guys, I don't really need them, so I could probably kill them off eventually. But these 2 guys here, I'm going to transfer over to the base at some point. And these guys over here just give me tools. So shovel and pickaxe there. That guy gives me the same. And this guy is axe and pickaxe. So all of the enchantments on everything that these guys give me is all really bad, but none of it really matters because I just come over here and use this grindstone and then disenchant everything and just I've started stocking up on some stuff in these chests. So I probably never use all of this stuff, but it's just here anyway, just in case I need it. I've stocked up on a few tools as well. I do want to get a guy that gives me a sword so I can start stocking up on swords as well, but I've not got around to that yet. And there's one more guy here that I just want to show you. Yeah, it's just I was getting a lot of ender pearls off this guy to go and find the ender portal, but that's the other reason he's here. I don't really need him anymore. And over here I've been stocking up on a few books as well. Just mending, unbreaking, efficiency. I've burnt through a lot of them building or making all of those tools that I've used to dig out the area. So there's one more thing I want to say, which is just over here. So I've been keeping some stuff. This is my first ever pickaxe, my first ever wooden tools, wooden hoe, first ever iron tools and stuff like that. I never actually had an iron sword, I don't think, so that's why that's not in here. But yeah, these are just kind of trophies or whatever you'd call them. So when I make a map room, which I'm going to do at some point in the base, I want to have like a trophy room as well, mixed in with it. And these are all of the trophies that are going to go in there, like my first ever diamond, my first ever trident, my first ever heart of the sea, my first diamond armour, and then over here, first ever Never Star, the first Wither Skull, Dragon Head, the first Dragon Egg, and my first Elytra. So that's why I had 2 fights with the Wither in the last episode, so I could keep the first Never Star and then make the second one into a beacon. And that beacon over at the base is also going to go in the trophy room. Yeah, see just all of the trophies that I've been keeping so far. I'm just going to throw them back in here. So I've had a little bit of a change of plan, and I'm not actually going to be building the witch farm today, or the mob farm that I might decide to build. I'm not entirely sure which one yet, but that's because the 1.16 update is coming out in a few more hours, and I want to go and get ready to explore the Nether once the new update is out. So I'm just going to quickly show you this that I built off camera about a week ago now. This is just a gold farm. I'll leave a link down in the description for it, but I think it might be broken in the next update. I'm still not entirely sure about all of the new features or anything like that. This is just a 0-tick gold farm. It's really efficient. If you look down at the bottom, I've got 852 levels of XP. So I've spent quite a bit of time here over the last few days. And this works with 4 trident killers over here. I won't turn it on right now because it makes a lot of lag and a lot of noise. But down here, this is where all of the items go down. And then I usually have some hopper clocks here, or some observer clocks like this. So all of the items that go into any of these dispensers here will get shot out into the water streams. I'll just break this because it makes a lot of noise. And then all of the items they all go all of the way around here, and they end up in this water stream right here. If I just jump down here, you should be able to see the sorting system I've got back here. So this sorts out all of the ingots. Oh no, this sorts out all of the golden nuggets, and this side sorts out all of the golden ingots. Then all of the rotten flesh just goes over here into the lava. And if we just go down here, this is a bit of a storage room I've got going. I still want to build a little bit more with some anvils and enchantment tables and stuff like that. But this is the storage I've got. So this is the ingots over here. This usually gets filled up in probably like 4 hours or so, all the way to the end. And then this over here is just a few ingots that I've got going. And then I have actually spent quite a lot of time AFK here. So this is all of the gold I've got so far. I've got 3 double chests of gold blocks, and a little bit more as well. I probably won't ever use this much gold, but it's nice just to have it. And I'm pretty sure it is going to be useful in the next update anyway, so it's nice just to have it here. But what I want to show you next is over by the villages, which is just down here. And that's because in this episode, before I go to the Nether, I just want to spend a little bit of time getting a lot of good pickaxes and stuff like that, so I can spend a few hours in the Nether getting some netherite once it's out, and see if I can get netherite armour straight away. So I'm just going to fly over here to the villages quickly, and then I'll show you what I've got going on. Okay, so the villages are just here. I'm pretty sure I've got some new ones since last episode. So I managed to get a fortune free guy, which isn't so bad. It'll be useful for a few pickaxes for 13 emeralds. And here I've got a sharpness 5 guy, which I'm pretty sure is quite expensive at 55. So I won't be buying too many sharpness ones, but it is a useful one to have. And also a feather falling, but I think I had that in the last episode. But yeah, that's all of the villages I've got so far. But this is what I wanted to show you around here. So down here I just built a 0-tick sugarcane farm. I'm pretty sure this is definitely getting patched in the new update. So I will be knocking it all down and getting all of my hoppers back and stuff like that. But these are just some little modules, each one's pretty simple to build, and I've built 9 of them over here. So you can basically just see all of the redstone here. I won't be bothering to leave a link in the description because it'll be patched by the time this video's out anyway. But up here I've just been stocking up on a lot of sugarcane. I think all these chests are full apart from this one here, but there's quite a lot of sugarcane backed up here, I think. I thought there would be quite a lot of sugarcane here. Maybe not. So maybe I'll just leave it running for a few more, like 20 minutes or so, and see if I can get the rest of these chests filled up. And also this side, I've converted a lot of it over into paper. So in the next episode, when I build the mob farm or the witch farm for the gunpowder, I'm gonna have a lot of paper just to make easy rockets. So I shouldn't need to worry about rockets for the rest of the season after next episode. But anyway, what I want to be doing right now is just heading up here. I want to trade with a lot of these villagers, get a lot of efficiency 5 bucks and stuff like that. And then I want to see if we can get a full shulker box just full of these pickaxes here. Unbreaking 3, silk touch, efficiency 5 and mending 1. So I want 27 of those pickaxes at least. And then I'm going to head off to the Nether once the new update's out. Probably just spend a few days there just mining away at the netherrack, seeing how much netherite I can get, because by the end of this episode I want to try and get full netherite armour and tools. So there's one more thing I wanted to show you as well just before I get into the episode. This is something else I did off camera at about the same time as the gold farm. This is just a little iron farm. It's a pretty simple design. I'm sure most people's used one like this before. It's just got 10 villages in there with 10 beds there, and then another 11 beds up top, and there's a bell in the middle. And this thing mostly just gets string, to be fair, but it is an iron farm. Just go in here. There's an iron golem in there right now actually. But there's 3 iron in here, a bit of string because I did clear it out not long back. This is I've been turning all of the string into wool because it's probably more useful than having loads of string. It's easier to store as well. And I did take a little bit of the wool back down to the base. And then I've got about 9 stacks of poppies as well. There should be a little bit more iron in here. But I was just thinking that people might be wondering why I had so many hoppers. And that's why, because I built an iron farm, so I've got quite a bit of iron now. And I didn't want to do a video on this because it's only a bad design, and I'm pretty sure in the new update there's also going to be a buff to iron farms on Bedrock Edition. So I'll be waiting until the new update to build a better iron farm. That probably won't be coming for a while anyway, because there's a lot of stuff I want to do in the Nether first. But yeah, this is I just thought I'd mention that I've built this, and that's how I've got so much iron. Okay, so the update came out a few hours ago now, and I've spent a little bit of time inside the Nether. But what I've done here is I've come 2,500 blocks away from my base, which is in that direction there, and I set up a new Nether portal. And that just means that when I went through this portal here, all of the chunks inside the Nether were new chunks that had never been loaded in before. So that meant I could get all of the new Nether features and biomes and stuff like that. So I'm just going to head through here and I'll show you what I've been doing for the last couple of hours. So this is just a little room I've set up. I've not really done anything in here. And outside here, as you can see, is the new biomes. But I've not really explored this place too much. I don't I'd never really watched too many of the snapshot videos. I'm not sure what all these blocks are for or anything like that, or what to be doing with them, so I've just left that for now. But what I have done is made a little ladder all the way down here to, I think, Y15, because that is where you can find the ancient ruins or whatever they are called to make the netherite. I've made a little room down here just with some of my stuff inside. There's some piglins out here, and they wasn't attacking me because I had a gold helmet on, but for some reason now they've changed their mind and I think they're getting aggressive. I'm just going to put this in here quick and we'll go out. I might have to kill them. Oh no, they're being passive again for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on there. But yeah, as you can see there, I've dug out quite a big area and I've managed to find one of this. I'm not entirely sure what it's called in this form, but that's the first one I've managed to find. I'm just going to mine that here on camera. It's probably going to take a while. It's called ancient debris. Yeah, that's the first one I've actually found, and I did dig out quite a big area here. My plan is to just keep digging and digging and digging that way, and also dig down by probably 6 or 7 blocks as well. And I've got plenty of pickaxes to do that with. In one of these, yeah, in this one here, I managed to fill the whole thing up with pretty decent pickaxes, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to go through all of them and then probably have to go and repair them. But that's not a big deal because the gold farm's quite a good XP farm, so it shouldn't take too long to repair them all. And the one thing I didn't actually know was coming in this update is this blackstone. Like I said, I didn't really watch too many snapshot videos, so I didn't know about this stuff, but it's actually a really nice texture, and it also looks pretty nice if you make it chiseled as well. So I'm definitely going to be building with this at some point. So there's one more thing I wanted to do before I get to mining out all of this area out here. And this is something to do with the piglins, which I actually needed some and I've just had to kill them all, but I'm sure more will spawn soon. So I don't know if everyone knows this, but it's one of the things I did see on the snapshot videos. Remember where my gold is? It's in here. If you throw some gold to a piglin like this, they will pick it up and then they will throw some random loot to you. So I've been doing it for a little bit and this is all the loot that I managed to get from them. So most of it's pretty useless, but stuff like magma cream that's useful, leather's useful for me, obsidian's always useful, crying obsidian, I'm not entirely sure what it's used for yet, but I'm sure that's useful. Just stuff like that. And then I also got a soul speed book, which I've never actually heard of that. I don't know what it does or anything like that. But yeah, I just thought it'd be kind of a good idea to maybe set up a little bit of a farm down here. So this could be like a little bit of a, well, just get a piglin stuck in a place like this, and then there'll be a dispenser or a dropper even, and that will drop some gold every maybe like minute or so, and then the piglin will pick it up, and then it will chuck out whatever items that he has into another hopper or something like that. I'm not really too sure, but I'm sure I can figure something out here. So I'm going to work on that. There's also just a few more things in here I wanted to show. So over here I've just got a little smelting system. It uses lava because we're in the nether, so it's easy to get a lot of lava. But this is just smelting down all of the netherrack. Because I don't really ever use netherrack, but I'm pretty sure I could use nether brick for something, so just smelt it all down into nether brick because I'm going to be getting a lot of the stuff anyway. But over here I'm going to be collecting a lot of quartz. Quartz is always useful for comparators and stuff like that, but it's a really nice block to build with as well. And then I've already showed that, so pretty sure that's everything. I've got some fire resistance potions just in case, but I'm pretty sure I won't be needing them. But yeah, what I'm going to be doing now is just trying to build a little contraption over here to get the piglins stuck, and see if I can get like some auto trade system going on here where they just throw out the items. It might take me a little bit of time to figure out, but I'm sure I can sort something out here. So I was just trying to work on this little contraption I was talking about, and I dug out a little bit of room here for some more space, and I actually managed to find a little bit more of this. Oh, and it's a thing of 2 this time, maybe even more. I'm not sure how many it can spawn in like one little vein, but yeah, that's another 2 debris right here. So I'm gonna just head over here and smelt that up. So here's the design that I came up with. It's pretty basic, but I'll just go through it quickly anyway. So I've got 3 piglings in here, or hoglings, I keep forgetting what they're called, but there's 3 of them in there. And then there's just a chest full of gold up here that goes into this dropper. And back here there's a little clock, so if I just give this an update quickly, you'll see the pulse goes all the way around. And once it gets over to this end, it will drop 1 piece of gold and one of them will pick it up. Then the pulse just keeps going round and round and round. And once they've done, they'll drop the stuff, so that guy just drops some leather and the leather will end up down here. For some reason not all of the gold gets picked up, I'm not really too sure why, but it's not a big deal. I can always just come and put it back in a chest up here. But there's some pretty useful things to get from these guys. There's obsidian, quartz, magma creams. Leather is actually quite useful for me because I make a lot of books to trade with villagers, so those are probably the most useful things that I'm going to get. So I'm just going to leave this running for a few hours while I destroy all of the nether down here and get as much netherite as I can, and hopefully by the end of the episode I can get full netherite armor. Okay, so it's actually the next day now, and as you can see I spent quite a long time mining all of this area out here. So this goes down to Y level 9, and I was going to go a little bit lower, but I'm not actually finding too much netherite at all here, or ancient debris as it's called. So I think I'm going to have a little bit of a change of plan. But first I just want to talk about a few things. So I changed this up a little bit over here. I extended the pulse all the way out to the back here, so it just takes a little bit longer before shooting the gold out. And I filled all of these chests up to the top with gold. I flew back over to the base and got some and then came back. And this has just been running for like 10 or 15 minutes here, and this is what I managed to get. But it was running yesterday for probably about 9 hours overall. I think the piglings are angry with me, so I'll just kill these. Okay, so the farm was running last night for about 8 hours overall, I'd say. And I think the piglings killed each other because there's only one guy left in there. But I'm just going to head in here and I'll show you all of the loot that I managed to get from all of the time it was running. So it starts off here with the ender pearls. These aren't too useful, and there's quite a lot of soul sand as well, which I don't think I'll ever use this much soul sand. But then you get to some of the more useful things, so 2 stacks and a half of iron almost, which is always good for hoppers and stuff like that. The obsidian will be useful for ender chests and stuff. I'm not too sure about crying obsidian yet, I don't think it's too useful, but it is a nice looking block at least. Quartz are always good for building, especially now there's, I think, some new versions of quartz, like quartz bricks or something like that. So that's always useful, but it's also useful for like redstone, comparative stuff like that. Glowstone's good for lighting. I got loads of leather, which I'm actually going to be using a lot of leather this season, so that's pretty good for making books. Magma creams are pretty useful for fire resistance, but that's about it. I suppose you can make magma blocks with them, but I've already got loads of them back at the base. And then that's just a junk chest. In here I've got quite a lot of gravel from mining, and also loads of gravel from the little pigling farm. I've also got a full shulker here of gravel. Here's just all of the nether brick I've been getting from smelting this, and also at the farm. There's a little bit more nether brick there, and the rest is just netherrack really. So I do want to smelt all of this. All of these shulkers are full of netherrack as well, and then this is also full of netherrack. The last 2 chests, this is just all the fire resistance potions, and these are the soul speed books I've been getting. So I've been throwing away all the soul speed 1 and soul speed 2, I've just been keeping the 3. And then here is all of the string that I've been turning into wool, and I'm actually going to be using some of this in a second because I've got a bit of a change of plan, so I'm going to get a little bit of that. So the last thing I want to show you is over here in these shulkers here. So first of all, I managed to get 3 netherite hose. Well, I actually managed to get 4, but there's 3 here, and then I put 1 in here as well, in my trophy chest or shulker. That's the wrong one. In here. So that's the first netherite hoe that I got. I'm not entirely sure why, but I got them from the pigling farm. Apparently that's been removed now, so you can't get them anymore. But I'll just throw these back in here. Those might be kind of useful at some point, I suppose. I'm not too sure. In here is all of the debris that I managed to get. I've turned it into scraps, but I thought I'd be able to get more than that. I was mining for quite a few hours, and I went through 7 pickaxes because I actually destroyed one by accident. I wasn't paying attention to the durability, and then a bit of this one as well's gone. So it was quite a lot of mining. You've seen all of the space that I mined out here. You'd expect more than 21. That's why I'm going to be changing up the method I'm going to be using. But I actually want to get some gold out of here as well and try and make my first netherite armour. So I think you go to a crafting table and you should be able to make 6. And then if you head over here, I'll take my armour off. And I actually have my diamond helmet in here. So I think if you put it in here, you should be able to keep the enchantments. So I'll start off with this. Yeah, so I'll keep my enchantments and it makes it more durable and stuff like that. So I'll do this with all of the armour. And I suppose I'll do it with a sword as well. I don't want to do it with this pickaxe because just in case I break it when I'm mining the netherrack, but I'll do it with my axe. So yeah, this is the first netherite armour that I've got. I might as well take this off. I'll put the sword down here. So I think this looks a lot better than diamonds, especially if you've got like a dark coloured skin like I'm using right now. And I'm not entirely sure how much better it is than diamonds, but I know it's more durable and stuff like that. And I know the pickaxes are a bit more efficient, I think. But yeah, it's a nice thing to have anyway. Okay, so it's the next day after I recorded that time lapse, and I spent about 2 hours recording it, mining all the way down these tunnels here, placing the beds every 10 blocks and then blowing them all up. It probably wouldn't have taken me so long, but I went around collecting most of the quartz. I did leave a few, but I spent a long time getting all of the quartz as well as all of the debris. So I'm just going to head back over to this little hut I've got going on over here. So from the 2 hour session, or roughly 2 hours, I managed to get 110 debris, which I think is really good. It's much faster or much more efficient than just mining out a big area like I did here. I can't remember exactly how much I got because it was a couple of days ago now, but I think it was about 30 or something like that. So 110 in about half the time is much better than 30. So I'm just going to start smelting this in here, and I did leave this running overnight, and I've just emptied out all the stuff I got into these chests here. So this has been running for quite a while now, a few days. I did take a lot of the stuff back up to the base, and then these chests are starting to fill up again. So I've got loads of wool, and I've been using quite a lot of this for the beds. I think I used 2 double chests full of beds in that little time lapse that I just did. Loads of glowstone, the obsidian, and crying obsidian. So the aim of this series is to collect 1 stack of every single item. I'm going to need quite a lot of obsidian for all of the ender chests, so that's going to be useful for that. The quartz, I actually want to build with some quartz, maybe around the base or maybe in the nether to make like a bit of a nether hub kind of thing. Leather, I do need for bugs, but I don't think I'll ever be able to use this much leather because I've already got loads back at the base now as well. The magma creams, the gravel, which is good for concrete powder, and then the soul sand, which I've just found out is actually useful for soul torches and soul lanterns, soul campfires and stuff like that. And over here just the soul speed 3 books, which I actually tried to use, but it's saying it's too expensive to put on my boots, so I'm not going to be able to use it on this, but I'll definitely try and get it on a different set of armour. And then there's just some fire chargers, which I'll probably never use, loads of nether brick again, and some more in here, and then just some potions that I've been using just so I don't die. But yeah, what I'm going to be doing now is just quickly waiting for all of this stuff in here to smelt, and then I want to create netherite pickaxes and netherite shovel, and then that's my full set complete. So I've got a little bit smelted up here, and I'm just going to craft a few netherite ingots. So I've got 7, and still quite a bit smelting in here. So that means I should be able to convert, it's this thing here, can create a netherite pickaxe with all the enchantments on. I'm not too bothered it's a little bit broken because I can just go and mend it pretty quickly. And then a netherite shovel. So there we go, that's my first netherite tools done now. So I have also got the axe in here. But that is everything I wanted to do this episode anyway. So I've got my full armour and all of my tools that I wanted. I'm just going to wait for all of this stuff to smelt up here. And I'm going to just clear out everything from here again, take everything back up to the base. But that's me done for this episode anyway, guys. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be a shorter episode than usual, but I have still spent quite a lot of time on it. It's taken me a few days to record. But anyway, I'll see you all next time.